My dear learners, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is MD Saiful Islam and assistant teacher of our High School of Bangladesh, and you are most welcome in my Saiful English Academy again, dear learners. Hope that you are very fine by the grace of Almighty Allah and watch my previous classes smartly as well as you are connected with me. My dear learners, with the reference of my previous classes, today's class I have been present to introduce with a new class, and a new class, then changing sentence from simple to complex to compound. Simple to complex to compound with the reference of my previous classes. So, my dear learners, now let's take a look at the board and try to understand. My dear learners, in my previous classes, you had told that, my dear learners, about changing sentence from simple to complex to compound. My dear learners, in rule number 1, you had told that, my dear learners, relationship among simple, complex, and compound by plus germ equal to if you equal to and. Okay, my dear listeners, that you have understood clearly. In rule number 2, your child about the relationship among simple, complex, and compound to about without plus gerund age equal to if you don't equal to or. In rule number 3, your child about present participle equal to on equal to and. In rule number 4, your child relationship among them because of is equal to sense obligas age equal to and so. In rule number 5, your child relationship in spite of oblique despite is equal to though oblique although is equal to but. Okay, my dear listeners, with the reference of my previous classes, today's class I have been present introduced with a new version of the new class named sending sentence from simple to complex to compound, subject plus verb plus extension. Subject plus verb plus extension is equal to it is plus subject plus relative pronoun who oblique which plus verb plus extension is equal to it is oblique it was plus subject plus and the dot etc. extension that you have understood clearly, and with the reference of this relationship among them, that means among simple, complex, and compound sentence, I have written example in the board. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. Suppose your child to change the sentence into a complex sentence. So, my dear learners, what strategy should I check, my dear learners? You'll have to mind that, my dear learners, at the time of changing systems of sentence into complex sentence, you will have to use only it is. It is before subject. It is then subject. Then you'll have to use relative pronoun who oblique which according to subject. According to subject. In this sentence, subject is held so. You had better write the relative pronoun which non-personal subject, but it refers to personal subject. You had better use W question who. Relative pronoun who that you have understood clearly. Which then a verb extension while. So, Mediterranean's totalized form is that Mediterranean's it is health which is oil. It is health which is oil. That you have understood it clearly. Mediterranean. Suppose you are told to change the statement into a compound sentence. So, Mediterranean's in this case. What strategy should you check, my dear learners? You'll have to mind that keeping all the words unchangeable, you have to use only and instead of relative pronoun who or which. Oh, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. So, it is health and it is oil. Okay, my dear listeners, already this sentence change must be changed into a compound sentence because this sentence has two principal clause. Two principal clause joined together by coordinate conjunction. That so, my dear learners, of that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, now I'm trying to write another example to make you understand. Money brings money. Okay, Marianus, suppose you are told to turn this statement into a complex sentence. Complex sentence. So, in this sketch, what steps should I check, my dear learners? You'll have to use only it is before subject. Before subject. So, write down it is, then subject, then relative pronoun who oblique which. In this case, which will be used, which then extension brings money. Okay, millionaires. Suppose you are trying to change the statement into a compound sentence. Compound sentence. So, millionaires. What steps should you take in this sketch? You mind that, my dear learners, in this sketch, you'll have to use and instead of relative pronoun and keeping all the word patterns. So, write down it is money, and but you'll have to bring the subject again. Mind it, my dear learners, it's a remarkable thing. It, it is money and it brings money. Hope for that you have understood clearly. Magellan, now I'm trying to show you another example. So, Magellan, take a look at the board and try to understand. Mr. Korim is a famous teacher. Suppose to change the statement into a complex sentence. Okay, Magellan, take a look at the board and try to understand. Maintenance at first you'll have to use each is then subject Mr. Korean. Then you'll have to use relative pronoun who because then here subject personal. So you'll have to use who middle of the statement who then extension each a famous teacher. Okay, millionaires of the tour you have understood clearly. Suppose you are trying to change the statement into a complex sentence. So, millionaires, what steps should you take, millionaires? In this case, you'll have to use and instead of relative pronoun. So, my dear, let's write the answer. It is Mr. Corem and. But you'll have to mind that, my dear learners, after writing and middle of the statement instead of relative pronoun, you will have to use the subject again. Here is famous teacher. Okay, dear learners, that you have understood clearly. Dear learners, I'm trying to show you another example to make you understand easily, effectively. So, dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. It is the cow which gives us milk. Okay, my dearness, suppose your child to change this segment into a compound sentence. Confirm sentence. So, my dearness, what steps should I try to change the statement into a compound sentence? Mind that, my dearness, at the time of changing such kind of statement into a compound sentence, you'll have to use and instead of relative pronouns. So, my dearness, hope that you have understood clearly. It is the cow and but after writing and you'll have to bring the subject again. It gives us milk. How that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, suppose you are told to change the statement into a simple sentence. So, my dear learners, what steps should you check? You'll have to mind that, my dear learners, at the time of changing the statement into a simple sentence, you'll have to delete it is and which. And try to write all the words, the rest of the sentence. So, my dear learners, write the cow gives us milk. Okay, Medianus, of that you have understood clearly. Medianus, now write the another example to make you understand. It is health and it is oil. Okay, maybe learners, I'll have to mind that it's of course a compound sentence. Suppose your child to change this statement into a complex sentence. So, my dear learners, what steps should I take? My dear learners, you have to mind that such kinds of condition you'll have to use relative pronoun who you oblique which instead of and. That's enough. Okay, my dear learners. So, write the answer. It is health which is oil. Suppose you are told to change this statement into a simple sentence. So, my dear learners, what steps should you take? You have to mind that it is and must be and plus it must be deleted and you have to write the rest parts of the sentence. So, the totalized form of simple sentence health is all right. Okay, Mediranas, of that you have understood clearly. Mediranas, I don't want to learn the Triscus, but I want to share some experience with you, Mediranas. Of of course, you know that I'm a new teacher or a native channel, and I'm trying to use English conversation at the time of making my various kinds of video classes. So, Mediranas, if you notice any faults or mistakes in the middle of my video classes. Please excuse me and fetch all my children so that I can help you with my video classes throughout my life. So, my dear learners, no more today. Come to you again with a new advertisement and new class. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.